I think that there is a sign from God that I should be doing ASMR, or because every single interview I have with any artist, at some point ASMR comes up in the interview. Every time.
Hey, sure, you hear me drinking out of my cup a little bit ago? The microphone.
Glug, glug, glug.
Glug, glug, glug. This is Ty Graves with ASMR.
I mean, seriously, I've been doing this for like almost coming up on 7 years. And almost every single time, like at this point, over 100 interviews. And every time.
This is Ty Graves on Static Attic ASMR channel.
Welcome to Static Attic. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode.
Listen, if you will, to me, scratch my beard.
If you haven't guessed already, my guest on this episode is Ty Graves. I drove out to Spartanburg this morning. We've been hanging out. He's got a show tonight at Inchoate Art Gallery.
I do.
So this has been his warm-up today.
Yes, indeed.
Man, how you doing?
Been doing good at, did I say good at?
Good at?
Been doing good at? No, I've been doing good. Just living life, trying to keep these music bookings going, making beats, making albums.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, everything we've recorded in the session sounds sick. And those are all, so you're not, because I think last time I had you on the old podcast on Hoodoo.
Yes, Hoodoo.
Hoodoo. We do. Last time I had you on, I think you had commissioned a lot of your beats from somebody, but this time everything is stuff that you've created.
Yes, sir. This stuff that I performed for y'all today, produced by myself and my guy MF Scorpion, but both out of Bless Up, Grow Up Incorporated, non-playable characters conglomerate. It's
so
a lot
much.
of names. It's a lot of names.
That's a lot of names. I love it.
But yeah, I make beats now. He makes beats. So we came together on this latest project, my project, This Ain't Coincidence, on all platforms. We came together, made the beats for the album. So it's really a joint project between the two of us, in a sense.
Yeah, I'm looking at the CD right now. This Ain't Coincidence. And this album was released when?
This was released on, what was it, September? No, it wasn't on September. It came out on Bandcamp on August 26th.
Okay.
And then I put it up a week later on all platforms to, put out to the peoples.
Yeah. We might want to get that pop filter back on because it's getting a little.
Think so. Okay.
Yeah.
I use a lot of P's.
You got a lot of P's. A lot of P's. Well, that's why I got this mic. Is nice
ASMR. Yes, listen to that. That chaotic eyeball go onto
the chaotic dark eye.
Go onto the microphone. Listen to that. Just sounds so great. ASMR in your ear.
This is content, baby. This is content.
Yes. It's very seductive how it goes on.
I love it. I can't get enough of it. I go to sleep to these sounds at night. So This Ain't Coincidence came out August 26th on Bandcamp, and then recently on Spotify as well. Now, of course, by the time this episode is released, it's October 15th. It's when this episode is slated to come out. So it's going to have been out for a little while, and it's been doing great. It's really just tearing up the charts.
I'm telling you, man.
No, I've always loved your stuff. I can't wait to actually listen to this full album now that there's a chance for me to do it.
Bro, you're gonna love it. I promise you.
I'm excited. So, you've been up to doing a lot of new stuff. You're starting a little indie label.
Yes. We had a indie label. It was Notepad Collective at first.
Right.
Back in 2019 is when we started that.
I remember Notepad, yeah.
And then we just recently became Bless Up, Grow Up over the last year. And shout out to my team. It's MF Scorpion, Zach B, H2O, my guy ESO RJ, D Shad. And we got some good people making good music.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. Cool. So we got a couple of tracks. So this first track, Dramatic. Tell me a little bit about Dramatic.
Dramatic is kind of sort of exactly how, it sounds. I used a sample from off of Splice that, used a very dramatic sounding violin quartet for however many people it was. I don't know.
Right.
But, I made the beat myself. Originally was going to sell it, but then I was like, no, I'm going to keep it for myself. So, and then I went on there and, spoke my bars, and that was about it.
Yeah. Is there any particular inspiration behind the lyrical inspiration that you were working with?
Not really. I mean, it kind of just, went off of what came to mind and stuff like that. The one part I will say in the song, I do say Spartanburg, the home and the land of flawed steeples. So for anybody who ever wonders why I say that in the song, literally we had like a big bad storm down here in Spartanburg. I think a tornado came by and all that stuff. And this is one big church downtown Spartanburg that has like a big cross on the top of their steeple.
Yeah.
It literally was like leaned to the side after that storm for like a long time. Nobody touched it.
Jeez.
It's a flawed
waiting
steeple.
to fall.
Exactly. It was just, anybody could have got hurt. I mean, it was just there for like months on end, so.
It's at an angle. It becomes an X shape. It's the cross of St. Andrew.
Right. I forget if they fixed it or if they took it down. I don't remember, but I just know it was, it was flawed for the longest. The home of the flawed steeples.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Ty Graves. Static Attic. Let's all grow up incorporated. Yeah. It go. Whoa. Hey.
I'm so dramatic.
Yeah.
Is that really your chick?
I've had better hoes. What? Hey, I'm so dramatic, bro. Music planting these seeds, now watch the cabbage grow. What? I'm so dramatic, though. Is that really your chick? I've had better hoes. What? I'm so dramatic, bro. Music planting these seeds. First of all, I claim myself as the realest of all people. Your teachers lied to you when they said we was all equal. You flocking to the fate, the migration of all sheeple. Spartanburg, the home and the land of flawed steeples. Pipe down, I teach you. Straightforward, no need to sneak you. They say they helping, they really selfish and so deceitful. Making this music for profit, brother, swear that I'm evil. But cross them, you a rampant, I'm Knievel. Like shimmy, coco, I loco. Rap lyrics, I got a boatload on row. Niggas claim that they bulls, they po, yo, he want beef, I told him pull up, he was a no-show. It's no mercy up in this dojo, the fat boy killer, I ain't Yamamoto. On radio from here out to Soto, don't love the flat boy, I been moto. What? Yo, I'm so dramatic, bro. Is that really your chick? I've had better hoes. What? I'm so dramatic though. Music planting these seeds, now watch the cabbage grow. What? I'm so dramatic, bro. Is that really your chick? I've had better hoes. What? I'm so dramatic, bro. Music planting these seeds, now watch the cabbage grow. Ty Graves, Static Attic.
This is still Static Attic. We're still on with Ty Graves.
Yes.
And we've touched on some of this stuff in the old interview, but this is a new show and new material. Nice. So let's talk a little bit about your past. What brought you, like what drew you to actually making music and to writing and creating songs and lyrics and every bit of it. What drew you to it in the first place?
See, now you asking that question kind of gave me the reminiscing of the last podcast episode. Sure. I put that on one of my albums, and it helped out with the track. But
nice.
My inspiration to start music was my dad, Harold Big Body Jackson. He was a rapper from East Point, Georgia. When I was 5 years old, I met him. 6 years old, he showed me some of his music, and I was like, I want to be like my dad. I want to rap just like him. I want to, give everybody these great bars. And other than him, Outkast, Ludacris, Bow Wow, So Def, all the Atlanta staples that you could think of, kind of, brought me into wanting to create music myself. Me and my cousin started a group when we were like I was probably like 7, and he was like, I think he's like 2 years older than me, so he had to be like 8 or 9. So we became East Point Kids. That was my very first rap group. I was Lil Ty at that time.
It's cute. I love it.
Lil Ty. My cousin was D-Day. Shout out D-Day. I love you, bro. Yeah, we would freestyle. My dad really brought home like a CD full of beats that Ludacris didn't want.
Nice.
I say that on my last album, King Harold. Shout out to King Harold and everybody who listened to it. On the first track on that album, I said, me and my cousin took our gifts and we flaunt over on a CD full of beats that Ludacris didn't want. Because it literally was beats that was supposed to go to Ludacris.
That's cool.
And he turned them down. So we would have that beat every time I would go to my dad's house. We put it in, and just start rapping some nonsense.
Oh man, that's cool. That's a cool story. I don't think we touched on that particular story before. I didn't know about the rejected Ludacris beats.
Yeah, because what you're getting now is the Ty Graves that is kind of a little bit more seasoned and can think about stuff a little bit more. So
tell me about that. Tell me about the transition. Like we're older now. We're both like at least 5 years older.
Right, because I think the last interview was like 2017.
Yeah, something like that.
So that was like before I got married.
Yeah, I remember Ro came with you at the time. Yeah.
Exactly. Shout out to Ro Graves. I love her.
I hope so. That's your wife.
She is the greatest. But so yeah, that was before, I got married. I'm a married man now. I've been happily married since 2018 on March 3rd. Shout out to my wife. She's the best once again. So, it's been a lot of growing for me. I've gone from, just being at my mom's to, paying bills on my own, paying bills with my wife, taxes. Taxes fucking suck.
Dude, no
fucking
shit.
Suck, man. So it's been a lot of growing in that aspect. But we're here to talk about the music. Won't get into the malarkey of the day by day minutia. Okay, so musically. 2019, one day was like, I'm tired of, having to go on YouTube to find these beats or trying to reach out to the guy who I was getting beats from. And, he's gotten bigger. He's in Miami doing his thing. He's linked up with Illmind, the producer. Okay. And, been doing things. So it's not too much he can help me with right now because he's doing his thing. So I was like, I'm gonna try to make beats on my own. Went to Guitar Center, got me a Machine Micro 3, got the Machine program and been making beats ever since.
That's cool, man. So what was the learning curve like on that, on the machine that you're using? Like, tell me, I actually don't know this particular machine. So
it's like I just went to YouTube University, of course.
Shouts out YouTube U.
Right, YouTube University. I'm an alumni at this point. So I went on there, looked up some tutorials on how to use the program and learned it for myself because I didn't know anybody else who, used it or anything like that. I don't think anyone really uses it around here. So, shout out to the ones that do. But so I learned how to work the machine, put my beats in, put my samples in, put different instruments in and stuff like that, and just went from there.
Is it something you're able to do live? Are you ever messing with it live at all? Or
I think I've done it a couple times at different shows. Like I'll pull it out, pause. I don't pull anything like that out, but I pull it out on stage.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Right. Just on stage. I made a couple live beats in front of audiences and, they enjoyed it and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's been fun working with it. Let me think, since my album 407 was 2020. And so that's been 3 years, 4 years almost of making my own beats and stuff like that. 407 was my first full out, I made all the beats album. So, it's been pretty good. People check that out. The albums that came after that, all up to this point, have been mine and MF Scorpion. So,
well, and what we can probably get into this a little bit more in the next segment. but I noticed that because during the pandemic when that started, I was doing a weekly like Twitch stream radio show on, and I had gotten some music from you for some of the couple of the different blocks there, and I noticed that some of the stuff you were creating at the time, that seemed like you had been shifting, like the style had shifted. So that was about when you were starting to like make your own, create your own beats and all that kind of, that's really cool. Let's talk a little bit more about that in the next segment, but we got another song. This one's called Way.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about Way.
Way is a song that, it was the song that made my album a full length album. Cause originally it was going to be an EP full of boom bap beats. And, I think one day I was just messing around, created the beat and was like, okay, let me try to see what I can do with this. Cause it sounded like kind of new age-ish. And I wanted to make it like something simple that I could just put out and just be like, okay, whatever. But I ended up recording it and liking it so much that I was like, okay, let me put this on the album. So it made me go from making all boom bap to, okay, this half is going to be new generation. This half is going to be old generation boom bap type stuff. So
cool.
That was the song that made the album.
Cool. And again, is there any particular lyrical inspiration or anything like that was kind of on your mind when you were writing it?
I want to say it was kind of like, I thought to some of the Kendrick Lamar type stuff that sounds like it, kind of like the Travis Scott type stuff that sounded like it. And then just like, I kept hearing in my head, I think I found a way and something like that. And I was like, let me try that out.
I think I found a way. I've been a nice guy, I've been a wise guy. I need a limelight just for the guy top. Laughing at haters, telling them bye-bye. No way your guys fucking with my guys. Sipping on Kool-Aid, sipping on my ties. You cannot see me, this is not I Spy. I'm double your skill set, nigga, so why try? I feel like I'm high, I think I found a way. Pick it up, I think I found a way. Put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up, wait. Put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up. Now take a second just to breathe it out. We see haters, yeah, we weed them out. We got nothing else to speak about. You ain't needing it, peace. Now take a second just to breathe it out. Breathe. We see haters, yeah, we weed them out. We weed. Got nothing else to speak about. Can't speak. You ain't needing NPC, the drum. Hey, I think I found a way. Put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up, way. Put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up. I think I found a way. Put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up, way. I put that down, they pick it up. Put that down, they pick it up. I think I found a way.
So the last segment we touched on kind of the shift of creative habits during the pandemic. Would you say that as a creator, as a creative, as a producer and a writer,
Yes.
as a musician,
Yes.
musician, was the pandemic good for you or was it bad for you?
It was both good and bad. I want to say good because I did learn a lot more. I kind of sort of perfected what I was working on at that time, but bad because, with the team that I had at that time, it was like trying to fulfill what they needed for their beats. And it's like, I could deliver some, but I couldn't deliver, some others. So it's like feeling like, being the one that's like, okay, let me do this. It's going to be great. And it doesn't turn out the way you wanted it to turn out, So, and lost a couple musical partners because of it. But hey, we're here now. And everything is everything,
Yeah. I mean, so it at least forced you to grow.
Yeah.
Well, then with that growth that's continued in your like, production style, because I've seen, a couple, the scene is growing around here. I've seen new places pop up, especially because, Radio Room is a good example. Radio Room is going from being a small venue to being a mid-sized venue. So there's this gap. They're not going to be booking a lot of local acts quite as much anymore. It's going to be national touring acts for the most part. In that, we've seen in the past since 2020, since things started opening back up in 2021, we've seen Inchoate Art Gallery, and I think what are the others, like Paper Moon Studios,
yes,
and then a lot of independent house venues, the Melon Barn, and a couple other places like that are. So everything's kind of experiencing some growth, and there are some new opportunities opening up. How are you taking advantage of?
Oof, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. What I posted on Facebook a couple weeks ago was, or maybe I think it was like last week, or the week before. I smoke. Okay, my memory is kind of all over the place. But so what I took from, what I put on Facebook was, don't wait on opportunity, create your opportunity.
Word.
And that's really what I've been doing as of late. Like since the albums dropped, or before the album dropped, I was trying to line up shows to, get ready for this run that I was going to go on for the album. And what I would do was I would go on Instagram. Hey, I want to perform at Freight Yard. I want to perform at Inchoate. I want to perform, these different places. And they would actually hit me back.
Yeah.
So that's creating the opportunity for that. They would hit me back. Hey, just reach out to this person and stuff like that. And boom, I got a whole schedule now. I'm booked up from, like you said, this is September now. So I'm like, today will be the second performance of the month, and then the last performance will be on the 22nd. But that's my whole September basically. Then my whole October is coming up next. Next I got Paper Moon. Reached out on Paper Moon to Paper Moon on IG by saying I want to get booked at Paper Moon. They hit me back. That's great. Performed at Paper Moon a couple weeks ago. Shout out to the people who put me on that show, and it was a great show.
How's the turnout been for those?
Oh, it's been pretty good. Like, of course it's not like like anything that, a celebrity would bring in and stuff like that. But, we got people that come out, enjoy the show, people that know the words to your music and stuff like that. It's great.
Yeah. I've I haven't kept up with the hip hop scene locally other than like you and Shylon Flowers.
Shout out to Shylon Flowers.
Yeah.
The mayor of Greenville.
He's the mayor now.
He's going to get me for that. He knows what I'm talking about.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, so, how's that? Like, tell me about your perspective on the growth of the hip hop scene in the upstate.
I feel like it's going in a good direction. A lot more people are getting a lot more active, and you're seeing a lot more people on the scene doing stuff, and everyone's trying their best to create what they want to be seen. You feel me? Yeah. Like I said before, creating the opportunity is what it's all about. A lot of networking is going on. A lot of people are getting together to create things, and it's a beautiful thing.
Well, and what I'm curious about though, because I went, I think the last time we ran into each other was at Inchoate with it was a show with Shylon Flowers. Mm-hmm. And I think it was opened up. So the show was opened up by Antitypical, which Ven Perp did like their own little set as a part of that. Mm-hmm. and then of course Silent Flowers and
Moody Black.
Moody Black. And Moody Black was fantastic.
Shout out to Moody Black.
For real. But the turnout seemed decent for that show. Would you say that that's comparable to what the most shows that you've been a part of or been around have been kind of drawing? Or
Yeah, kind of sort of like that show they did, it was like just about a full room, like you remember. So, that was a great turnout to me. Like, if it's at least a handful of people, that's a great show to me. Cause it's like enough people to where they can go back and tell somebody they could bring somebody next time. So.
Exactly. And if there are enough people there that you can engage with them, and it makes it a little bit more fun when there's that connection.
Like I like to hear, a crowd, woo, because then it makes me go, okay, yeah, we're gonna, this next song is gonna be even better.
That loud crowd gets you hyped, and then that hype gets the crowd louder until it causes a nuisance, and that's the name of the next song is
I like that. I like that a lot.
So tell us about Nuisance. Tell us about this song.
Man, Nuisance, that's my baby right there. Of course, all the songs on my album are my favorites, but this is like my favorite to perform. So Nuisance is a track that, I just made a boom. I was making the boom bap beats for this album, and I stumbled upon the sample for this one. It was just like, yeah, that's touching me in a way.
What's the sample? Where's it from?
It's from off of Splice. It's not like an actual sample, but it's like, one of the ones I found on there. So, I heard it. It was just like, oh yeah, that's going to be something. So, I go on there, put the sample on there, put the beat together, and then as I'm, doing that, I'm like, okay, what else am I hearing? Put the hi-hats in there. And then I found like the opera, not opera, but the choir sound that, Machine gives you in there. So I take that, go to the all-female choir and just go, and then it all comes together just so beautifully. It's just like, yeah, that's one of those ones right there.
1, 2, 3, go. I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. What? I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. What? I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. What? I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them. Yo, now sit back, relax as I bitch slap the track, the riff rap, I crack being ball print. That's she scooped the money, then scoop my bars. Nah, that's I was in her tummy, bust in her jaws. That was that. As I fade to black, high on pot and noose, sipping apple juice, twisted like a Rubik's Cube and watching Scooby Doo, plotting on the Damon Writers, trying to find the soul inside it. Don't know why I'm so excited. That's what happens when you on that chronic. Ironically, I remember it gives me Alzheimer's. I would never order a gin and tonic, but when I get high, feel like a big timer. I get my roll on, motherfucker. Now I'm rhyming how I'm shining. Need the Windex or some shit. I ain't no secretary, I'm the nigga that run shit. I ain't nothing like them bum niggas that you run with, especially when you hear that gun click. I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do ish with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. One time, I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. One time, I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. Yo, I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. Yo, I own the prizes, I victimize entire who spread lies and epitomize the dope. Legitimize the clear the skies and a bunk you fools till I pout between the eyes. Now they got their dog sniffing out their culprit bitch Blue's Clues. Need a name, make an assumption. This a I ain't seen shit, my nigga, that's no doo-doo. But I did see your girl and she gave boom boom. Never going back the same when G Dicker took my ball and threw it back, that flea flicker. Young Falcon fan made a bird off cheap liquor. Fantastic how I stretched her out, that Reed Richards. I ain't even coughing, you see who be sicker. Mega blocks when I make a plot, I piece quicker. I know they looking at me like chill, sheesh nigga. Nuisance, y'all better call the police nigga. I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do ish with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. What? I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. What? I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. What? I'm a nuisance, they don't wanna do shit with them, cause they know a nigga spits that venom. Yeah, it's crazy, nigga.
We back. This ain't coincidence.
Bless up, grow
Y'all
up,
better get y'all this
incorporate.
shit together. Bless up, grow up, incorporated. Non-playable characters in this way.
All right, so we've talked a lot about the way things were and the way things have become, the growing, the changing, and we kind of got a good picture of where you're at. So what's next?
I mean, next is just to continue doing what I'm doing and, push it on forward, helping my team to get on to the good foot of, getting out here in front of these people, networking. Shout out to my guy, Zach B. He's getting ready to put out a project that I help produce on, I help engineer and stuff like that. It's been a lot of, seeing other people flourish, which I like to see. Shot him a couple videos. He's been doing, performances and been doing his thing. So I'm very proud on that aspect to, be the leader to, show him the ropes and, show him how to, do his thing. He came from playing basketball to, being our artist. Yeah. And, he was one of the kids that he grew up like literally next door to me when I stayed with my grandmother.
Yeah.
And, seeing him go from basketball to rapping, he was like, he started rapping because, he saw me and my friends in high school, cool. Rapping and stuff like that. So, to see him go from playing ball to rapping and actually being good at it is like, it's very heartwarming.
That's cool. So it's kind of the next step seems to be to continue like planting the seeds for growth and to continue cultivating new relationships.
Exactly.
And working together. It's the old, the old biblical metaphor of iron sharpening iron.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's a good step forward. Where are you hoping that will take you especially with starting Bless Up, Grow Up Records or is it Bless Up, Grow Up Enterprises?
Bless Up, Grow Up Incorporated.
Bless Up, Grow Up Incorporated.
Yes, sir.
And so where are you hoping that's going to go in the next? Obviously the hope is one day world domination, right?
Exactly, world domination.
But like there are a couple of steps in between, hanging out at home, playing small town shows or local shows. So what's the next step?
The next step, what I plan on doing, I've reached out to, is this company out of like the Northeast named Full Blast Booking. And I've been on a couple shows with them. They've come from, like New York, Connecticut, Boston, all that good stuff to come down here and do shows. So I reached out to them like, hey, I want to tour with you guys. They're, working on a tour for down here next year. So that's one of my next steps I want to take is, taking this to, different states and, start working with people around there, building relationships, trying to get on more stuff around there to be able to further my world domination.
Yeah, so continuing on the plant and grow metaphor, you're now spreading that root system.
Exactly.
Stretching out.
Exactly. We're going to take over the Southeast.
I think
then we're going to take over the Northeast.
And then the Midwest.
Right. And then the Midwest. And then the far West. Yeah. And then the further West, because we're going to go to China.
Taking over China.
We're taking over China. Then after we take over China,
I think we have to be careful about talking about taking over China and make it clear that we're not talking about,
I'm talking about musically.
We're not talking about any kind of like violent coup.
I have nothing that I can do with that. Musically is what we're doing.
Okay. just to make sure that because I don't want either of us to be targeted by the Chinese government.
I don't want to be targeted either. I would like to bring my music over there, you guys. That's about it. Japan, all that good stuff. My dream is to go to Amsterdam though. So one of these days.
All right.
I'm going to go over there, perform music.
For obvious reasons.
Exactly. Perform music. and get high.
Really high.
Like I'm talking about.
The next step, I guess, next step to Amsterdam is Colorado, and then Seattle, then Amsterdam.
That sounds like a good roadmap. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
All right, so we had one last song.
It's my song called Bling Bling Boy. Bling Bling Boy was a fun track that I did with my guy MF Scorpion. Originally, it was for his last project called Scorp's World. Scorp's World was a great project. I had half the tracks on there with my guy. He produced the beat, and I just listened to it for like 10 seconds, I want to say. And it's one of his favorite stories to tell. I listened to the beat for like 10 seconds. I was like, okay, put me in the booth. Freestyled the whole song.
Nice.
So this time with the song, I put it on my project and, kind of revamped the lyrics a little bit for the first verse to make it, like an actual song instead of just a freestyle.
Yeah.
So Bling Bling Boy is one of my hardcore, let me rap at you type songs. And I hope that I did that just for you guys.
This ain't coincidence. 1 2 1 2. Yo. Allow me to demonstrate a lyrical ability, killing niggas who ain't really feeling me. Fresher than virginity, you ain't gotta question validity. You kidding me? Ain't nobody ever could get with me. On any beat, I break it down and cut off extremity. No memory of any rapper wanting to hit with me. They say they on top, it's more like hickory dickory dock. The rap ran up his clock, then I pop. Stop.
I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite rapper. I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite rapper.
Yo.
I went and killed your
I used to
favorite
wanna
rapper.
snatch your little hoe up, but I had to grow up. That lust shit had to slow up. I would go nuts, eat her like a fucking donut, and gave her no lunch. Had a couple catching feelings, nigga, so what? Straight from the Zaxby's with flat wings, couple drum bones in the backseat. It's that king. Years ago I started these rap things, outlasting anyone who thought they were passing. The black bling bling boy, don't test my patience, cause I promise he destroy anyone on placements. I promise he the boy they hate to be face to face with. Spit a clever line, they look at them with amazement. Even if it's basic, knee shaking. Once again, I leave them brainless. Keith Graves is the place to be. There's no mistaking he. Put your favorite rapper on the curb and break his teeth. Capiche? Graves.
I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite rapper. I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite
Say
rapper.
what, say what, say what?
I went and killed your favorite rapper.
Graves. Hey, Graves. Hey, it's Graves.
Say it, the real is back. Say what, the real is back.
Bling bling boy.
Say what, the real is back.
This ain't coincidence.
Say what, the real is back.
Static Addict.
Say what, the real is back. Say what, the real is back. Say what,
Yeah, some real hip hop.
the real is back. Say what, the real is back.
I wanted to ask you, this can be on or off the record. There used to be this thing you used to do, like you had this like trademark throat clear. It was every single song, every like live performance. I had to,
Yes. yes,
so,
indeed.
but I haven't heard it.
It's on the album.
I was on the album. I was
on
going to say in your session, you didn't even do it once. I was like, man, I didn't get a single throat clear. Can I get one now?
There we go. You can put that on the front of whichever song you want.
Yeah.
And you keep that on the record. I'm cool with it. I'm glad you remember the signature.
Hey,
I like
it's
that.
a signature, I think I heard it in a couple other people's tracks. And I was like, that's Ty Graves.
I'm glad you know me. You know me.
Ty Graves, thank you so much for being on the show this time.
Of course.
Man, it's good to hang out with you again. Where can people find the new album, This Ain't Coincidence?
This new album is on all platforms. I'm talking about from Bandcamp to Spotify, Apple, anything you listen to music on. Look it up, Ty Graves, This Ain't Coincidence, or Google me, Ty Graves Music, and you will find all my stuff.
What about where can people connect with you online?
I'm mostly on Instagram. So Instagram at Call Me Sco. That's CALLMESCOE. all one word. But yeah, you know, just hit me up. You need some work, get at me with the work. I make beats. Beats are $50 and they're all yours.
Hey, that's a really good price, man. You should charge more for that, man.
I will think about it in the future, but for right now, you know, call me Mr. $50 man. I'm talking about $50 beats. I do studio time at my studio, Rise Up Greenville. Shout out to my guys, Sean Harper, Matt, all the guys at the studio. $50 an hour with your boy, Ty Graves. With them, it's a different price. But with me, it's $50. You know, $50 mixing and mastering.
Ty Graves, the $50 man.
Exactly.
You heard it here first. Well, this show is available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts. Easiest way to find everything, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that kind of stuff. Just go to staticaddictpod.com. Staticaddictpod, like podcast.com. Staticaddictpod.com. And of course, if you're in a band, if you're an artist and you want to be on the show, you can find at staticaddictpod.com, you'll find an easy form to fill out where you can get in contact with me and I'll get back in touch with you. We'll set something up. Of course, you know, if you want to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, just look us up, Static Addict Pod. You deserve great music. There's so many local artists, great artists who deserve to be heard. And that's what we do here. We're here to bring, you know, to elevate the voices of local and independent artists and to give them a place to be themselves and talk about who they are and what they do.
That's facts.
But thank you for tuning in and thank you for checking out great independent artists like Ty Graves.
Yes, thank you so much. It means so much to me.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Peace.